Hey, welcome to The Current, where we're the Daltons. I'm Clint. She's Sandra. We're here to talk to you live from Pasadena, California. What a nice, sunny, beautiful day it is. And we're hot. Well, we're going to talk about my wife's favorite thing, marriage.
So the episode of today is adopting the mindset of me to we. If you want a successful, thriving marriage, you're going to have to adopt a me mentality to a we mentality. So you have to shift your mindset from selfishness to being selfless. And so in Philippians 2:4, it says, let each of you look not only on his own needs and interest, but also the interest of others. Mm-hmm. Ephesians 5:21, it says, submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Now, if you don't adopt this selfless mentality, you're never going to go from me, I, me, and I. My husband, we got into it a few months ago because he came home and he was like, I was sitting on the couch and he was like, I'm going to go to the gym and then I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I said, hold up a second, cowboy. I said, slow it down, slow your roll, cowboy. I said, you're married. I said, we have to have a conversation, not to say he has to ask permission or anything like that. I was just basically saying, and so, a few times he had to remind me, listen, I was single for 7 years. And if you've been single for a long time, I was married for 20 years. I wasn't really single for a long time. And so again, depending on the length of time that you've been single, it's very easy to continue to live married with a selfish, self-centered, that it's all about me kind of attitude. But if you're going to go from me to we, you're going to have to adopt the mindset of being selfless instead of selfish, right?
Yeah. Remember you said I do to her. Or, not to her, but you said I do, right? Mm-hmm. So that does mean considering the other person's will, the other person's desires.
Come on.
Remember that also too, that you did have a life outside of marriage, and it does need to be intertwined, but it has to be intertwined through God. I personally said this statement: if God is not in it, I don't want it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because of the fact that I already had the 20-year marriage, and I had the 7 years of singleness, and it was just not fulfilling. It wasn't fulfilling my God-given kingdom assignment to be a husband, to be a powerful dominion person in people, in his kingdom, but also in just people's lives and helping her develop. I love when she succeeds. I love to help her succeed.
Oh,
you're amazing. It's just, how are you going to support your spouse? And that is,
and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly.
I love seeing you succeed and doing what you love to do.
I know you do, baby. You my number one fan. She got pom-poms. Anyway, so, but where I was going with that is that just the me to we. Why did you say I do if you still want to do all those things?
Right.
You can't be in the club and then talk about, I'm gonna go home to my wife. You can't be at work talking to other females and then go home to your wife. Why did you say I do? Because you said I do. There's this gap has got to close.
Yeah.
And you got to become one.
Yes. And then other things that you can do, just practical, is to learn to because selfishness is not a natural character. It has to be cultivated. It has to grow. To think about somebody else above your own self, that doesn't come natural to us. We are a selfish, driven generation. And so to cultivate that, you have to intentionally go out of your way to make sure that, do something special for your spouse. I love it when my husband comes home and he's like, today we're going to go do, it's Taco Tuesday. Come on, let's go. It's on me. We're going to go do Taco Tuesday. Or he says, or we do, we both work on our feet a lot. Well, him more than me, but he's like, we're in bed and we're just laying down. He's like, you guys want to do a foot massage? So these are things that we do. Or he says the other Saturday morning, he's so amazing. No, it was Sunday before we was getting ready to go to church. He just came and he's like, would you like breakfast? Would you like me to cook breakfast for you this morning? I'm like, what? I was really blown away that you said that. You know what I'm saying? Being that we were going to go to church and all that. But he was intentionally demonstrating acts of selflessness. Like, how can I serve you? How can I, and we do that for each other. We continue to reciprocate. And that's another thing. It has to be reciprocated. Me to we cannot be a lopsided marriage. It can't be only one spouse always being the servant or making sure you're succeeding, but you never cheer me on. I'm always the number one fan and cheerleader in your life, but you never come to cheer me on. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a reciprocated, it has to be communicated in reciprocation. Like, you do for me, I do for you. I do for you, you do for me. It's a continue. No one person married. I don't care who you are. You can have God. You can have the Holy Ghost. You can have the angels in your living room. If you are the only spouse that is living a selfless life while the other one is living a selfish life, I guarantee you it's going to be the make or break of your marriage. Do you hear what I just said? It's going to be the make or break, because no one person continue just to keep giving and giving and giving and never get nothing back. It's almost like, oh my God. It's almost like if I'm giving to you, for example, and I'm always a visual person. God always shows me things through just analogy and picture things. It's almost like I'm pouring into you. I'm a cup and I'm pouring into you. And now, and so my cup is empty while yours is full. But now I have nothing to give because I have been pouring into you and selflessly and making sure your needs are met and making sure that you're being taken care of. And I'm living my life selflessly to make sure that you're good all the time. So my cup is empty while your cup is full because you're living for you and yourself. That is going to be the demise, the make or break of your marriage. No one person can give all the time and never get it reciprocated back. And then it's going to make your spouse bitter. You know what I mean?
And I think all of that starts with the C word, communication.
Yes.
And it even starts before communication with her. I have to have communication with God.
Come on, there it is. There,
I have to be in prayer.
There it
I
is.
have to be, and so does she. But I have to be. If I cannot talk to God, I cannot talk to my spouse.
Come on.
If I can't be honest with God, I can't be honest with my spouse.
Yes.
If I can't communicate, Proverbs 8:13 says, "Be slow to answer before listening."
No, that's James.
No. Proverbs 18.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
18:13 says, "To answer before listening." That is a folly and a shame. If I'm sitting here running my gums, bumping my teeth, letting the sound come out, but I'm not hearing her and I'm not hearing God,
right?
And I've always got something to say, then she's not going to feel appreciated, valued. Yes. She's not going to be. It's not a reciprocating thing. And that cup she's pouring, eventually she's going to throw that cup down and stop pouring. Newsflash, news alert, end of marriage. Because if one person's giving all the time,
right.
Now there are times and sections in life where nobody's perfect.
Right.
There's days where she doesn't give, and there's days where I don't give.
Right. It's just busy.
There's just busy. My son died. For a couple of months, I wasn't giving.
Yeah,
I was going through the motions.
Sure.
I did check on her. Yeah. But not wholeheartedly.
Right.
I checked on her because I'm like, it's just
wait. I am so glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about that on this episode. The me to we. He continued he was having his meltdowns, as any parent would, that we lost our son. And he was he was checked out for a minute, but I had to continue to remind him, you're not doing this alone. You're not grieving. You don't have to grieve alone. And I was communicating daily to him. I'm here. There was time my communication was nothing. Don't say anything. There was times, Holy Spirit, he talked about talk to God. God was downloading to me as he was venting and releasing hurt and anger and brokenness and pain, as anybody, human being would, that just lost their child. Come on now, we're human. God was even telling me, communicate, just listening. Don't say anything. Don't have an answer. Just listen. Allow him to be that place. Allow yourself to be that safe place. And I pray that I communicate to you that I'm a safe place for you and a peace place. The number one complaint that men will not come home is because they got a nagging, communicating. The wife is communicating through nagging, complaining, yelling, negative, Nancy. They won't come home to that. They're not going to come home where there's no peace. They're not going to come home. So my goal is to communicate when he comes home to create an environment of peace and joy and a place where he can just rest. And that doesn't mean we talk. Sometimes we come home, we eat, we check in really quick, and then we go our separate ways. We're allowing each other the space to decompress. Guess what that is? That's we mentality. We're in this together, but we're in it enough to share each other's boundaries, to say, I need a moment. I don't want to talk right now. I just had a very busy, hectic day today. I just need me time. So we have this little thing, but I'm not bothering you. Leave me alone.
It's so fun. But here's the thing that I want to talk about. James 1:19 says everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry.
Sure.
Man, let me talk to you a minute. Not everything's a ticking time bomb. You can't fix everything. Stop trying to fix it. Sometimes, more than 90% of the time, all it is
just listening.
Just listen. No response needed, desired, or called for. Just listen. Stop being control freaks. And women, you're fitting to get mad at me. I'm just going to make everybody mad in the room. Let's just go. Submit to your husband. Doesn't mean that you're losing everything.
Right.
A lot of women, when you say the word submit, they go into, I'm getting that. Look at that pastor. He talking about submit. I ain't submitting nothing. You are. And it's a good submit. You submit yourself to Christ. You submit yourself to your husband. You got to submit. And it brings, but men, it applies to you too.
It says submitting
to your wife.
Sure.
As Christ did you. You know what I mean? It took me a long time to learn that, but if she's not healthy, I can't be healthy. And I refuse to be the people who are driving to church on Sunday, about to murder each other, I'm making her cry, her makeup run down her face. And then 2 minutes before she puffing up, and we so happy. I'm not living that lie. I don't even want to be a part of that life. I don't even want that in my life. Submit. Stop getting angry over stuff. It's when she complains to me because I don't trust women, I go to defense mode. That's my natural me. I didn't trust women. I don't know why I really didn't, but I didn't. There's a whole lot of things in my, I could talk about, but for time's sake, I'm just going to say I didn't trust women. So a lot of times when she come at me, I got to check myself. Wait a minute. Hold on. Do I need to put my WWE superstar outfit and just I'm coming out? I don't have to go to defense mode. Sometimes she just needs to speak. I might have offended her, today. I might have offended her this morning before I left. But she ain't got a chance to vent to me yet. Talk to me about it.
Right.
Let her know I hurt her feelings.
Right.
But if I'm go into defense mode, that's just gonna create more trauma, more drama, more of a headache, And an unhappy wife is an unhappy life. I'm just telling you guys, it's that simple.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. And I like that that is definitely key to our success of our marriage, is that we do talk and we do give each other space. And when you love somebody, you create that space and place to allow them, because you're no longer living for me. It's not me or the highway. It's not me and it's my way or the highway. That it's you do it the way I say. And I know a lot of people, and I've lived in this trauma, narcissistic, abusive relationship where silent treatment was a weapon. It was a weapon. And this person, and anybody living like that, you're not living a we attitude, because you're the only one who has the voice. You're the only one. And when you are being confronted, when you're being called out, when you're being corrected, and you use silent treatment as a weapon, you're not living a we. You're not building marriage. You're tearing down your marriage. And this is the thing, guys and girls, for women, if you're nagging and complaining, you're going to destroy intimacy. And I'm talking about sexual intimacy. Your man don't want to lay up and you just been, you think, I mean, they might, I don't know, but but it destroys intimacy. Men, if you treat your wife and you belittle her, you use communication to belittle her, you use communication to abuse her, you use communication to put her down. Don't expect her to want to jump in the bed in the next hour. Like, no, she's not in the mood after you've done tore her down, her whole self-worth down. Now you want her to perform in the bed. It doesn't work like that. And so if you want to develop a strong, vibrant, thriving, beautiful, amazing, not perfect, but a beautiful, thriving marriage, you have to give each other space to communicate when you are unhappy, when you are, whatever the situation is, you have to give each other space and grace to communicate.
And me time is okay. Communicate.
Yes.
Like me time is okay. Today, I just don't want to be husband Clint right now in this moment.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be a husband. I'm sitting on the couch. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah. But I don't want to be husband. Or I need
a day of fishing or go with the guys.
Yeah. You want to go hang out with your bros. You want to go hang out with, go to men's breakfast. You want to do the ministry stuff. And or you just want to be you.
Yeah.
Just be you. Take all the ministry out of no agenda. Yeah. Just want to be you. And I'm going to communicate that. There's a couple of times she'd be like, let's go. Nope. You're more than welcome to go. You got a car.
Yeah.
I tell her, go. I want to stay home. I see there's a difference between her and me though. I leave at 3 a.m, between 3 and 5 every morning, and I stay gone, and I'm not here, and I'm out in the sun, and I'm out doing my thing, and I'm talking to people all day, face to face, and I'm landscaping. I'm physically tired. So when I come home, and then doing ministry on top of that, and doing health coaching on top of that, when I come home, sometimes it's like, turn it off. Driving in California, it's not me time. Just saying. But communicate it. You can do so in a way where it doesn't hurt. There's times where she's like, I just want to be by myself. And I'm going over here. But she asks, this is what I respect the most. This is how I know I'm not going to get offended. Because some days you do want that time, because I am gone a lot, But here's the thing. She always says, do you need anything? She want to cook me a meal. She want to grab me a Coke Zero. She want to grab me a bottle of water.
And you do that too,
some popcorn, But she's serving me before she goes to be selfish. And it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to have me time. But I love that.
And share your French fries.
No. I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna be real. Can I be real here for a minute? This is off topic, but I love fries. French fries are my favorite. My boys would eat them out of house or home. Like I'd be like, oh, I just barely put them on the table. I didn't even get no fries. My wife, we go out the other night with some other pastors. She had preached. They were kind enough to take us out to dinner. It was so amazing. And she didn't order nothing. And I was like, I'm gonna have my fat day. That's why I call my cheat days my fat days. I'm gonna have my fat days. I got my French fries and I got my chicken strips. I did order a salad, so I wasn't totally not unhealthy, but I ate some bad stuff. And before I looked down, I'm like, where are my fries? I thought you weren't even hungry. You know what I mean? So that's God's. I don't know if there's a God thing in that, but that's God's way of saying you don't get what you want all the time.
Yeah, you got to share. You can't be selfless.
Sharing is caring.
You can't be selfless. The next and final point that we want to talk about to adopting a me to we mentality is we've covered shifting a mindset from selfishness to selflessness. The other one is building strong. And I can't emphasize strong communication skill sets. You have to have a strong and give each other space and grace to communicate without getting defensive and putting up walls and using silent treatment and abuse or sarcasm as weapons to weaponize against your spouse. That's not a we. Or, and I'm going to go to the next thing, or trying to win the battle. Let me explain something. If you have a disagreement with your spouse and your whole mindset is I gotta win, I'm out to win, I gotta win this fight, I gotta win this battle, you have not
shifted. Already lost.
You already lost. You have not adopted a we mentality, because listen, if you lose, I lose. We lose. Mm-hmm. If you have to be right all the time, every time there's a disagreement or an argument or you don't agree on things and you got to be right all the time.
I am right all the time.
You already have lost the marriage. Right. It's going to be a make or break again. So the final thing.
But hold on, before you go there,
sure.
But I want to tell you where that starts. It starts on your knees in prayer.
Yeah, you did talk about that.
It starts right there. Yes. You have to have a prayer life. If you don't have a prayer life, nothing.
Yes.
Good, bad, or ugly gonna happen. Yeah. Because you're not in God. You're in the wrong. You gotta check your motives.
Yeah.
You gotta check your thing. You can check your heart.
That's so good.
If you cannot start you gotta communicate with God.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
If you want to keep playing games, play games.
Yeah.
But I cannot, there is no humanly way possible for me to touch her heart if I'm not talking to God to get his.
My God.
Period.
Woo.
Period. Woo. Communication starts with God, and it's on your face. Know who you are in Christ so I can know how to treat her. I got to know who I'm in Christ before I'll ever be successful. You got to know who you are in Christ for to be a good husband, a good father, a good worker, a good everything. I wasted so many years doing it Clint's way instead of God's way. Mm-hmm. I'm not perfect at it. I'm learning more every day. Sure. But thank God for my apostle, Eddie, who always, he never includes me in anything. But I know what he's doing. He's talking a little and I'm learning a lot and I'm being a sponge. Mm-hmm. I listen to the things that my apostle says. I listen to the things that my pastors say. I listen to the things when I'm pastoring. I'm like, wow, God, you know what I mean? I'm listening, but I start with God.
Yeah.
You can't do, I'm just going to stop talking because we got some things to go to, but it starts with God.
And then develop the partnership mentality. Mm-hmm. We are a team. Listen.
Yes, team.
Listen.
Team Dalton, baby.
We're on the same team. You know something? What I love about the analogy of a team, they all, like any team, whether it's the Lakers, whether it's the Ravens, whether it's the Rams, all of them have the same, they may have the different last name, but they're wearing the same jersey because they understand they are a team. And if you lose, I lose. If you hurt, I hurt. If you get injured, my goal is to protect the quarterback, because if you go out and you are a phenomenal, what's the guy's name? Kansas City quarterback?
I don't know him now, and I'm not using
But
that.
anyway,
Lamar Thomas, Lamar Jackson.
You're an amazing quarterback, and my goal is to protect you. And Mahoney gets injured, then we may lose a game or two because he is a key pivotal player on the field. And that's the mindset that you have to adopt as you're married now. You have to, if he hurts, I'm hurting. If he's struggling, I'm struggling. If he's concerned, I'm concerned. If he's succeeding, I'm succeeding. If he's succeeding, I'm succeeding. I don't have to be jealous of. Listen, I was married to somebody that was jealous of me. They were so jealous, they would try to intentionally do hurtful things to me before I would even go on a stage. And come on, that's not a we mentality. If you're succeeding, if his success is my success, his failure is my failure, his celebration is my celebration. So you have to adopt the mindset of a team partnership. We're in this together. Let's build. The first thing he said this in our dating, we're going to live, love, and build. We're going to live, love, and build. Our mission statement for our marriages
living, loving, and building. We're going to live life to the fullest.
Yes.
We're going to love Jesus, and we're going to love each other like there's no tomorrow. And we're going to build a future and a legacy that's kingdom minded, that's got God in it, and that is God driven. Yeah. That's all I want.
Yes. And the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. In Galatians 6:2, it says, carry each other's burdens. And in this way, you fulfill the law of Christ. A partnership and a good team player is understanding that. I love that we've already mentioned this earlier on in this episode. Sometimes he may be on 100 and I'm on 30. Sometimes I may be on 30 and he's 100. He's on 100. That's what a good partner, and respecting. Like there's been times I'm like, I want to go. And like he said, he's like, you know something, by all means, take the car, go enjoy yourself. I'm not moving from this couch. I've had a rough week. I need to turn it off. I don't want to go anywhere. My body's tired. My mind is tired. I don't want to go out and be in a crowd. I don't want to go out and entertain. I don't want to get in the car and fight with traffic. I'll be on the couch. Enjoy yourself. And so a partnership is respecting each other's space and boundaries, saying, you know what? He's not in the space. I'm going to just let him rest and relax without getting in, and a lot of times when he's done that, it's helped me because a lot of times I didn't even know that I needed to rest too. And he's helped me to sit down, be quiet and relax and rest and stay in the moment. Stop being go. Turn it off, shut it down, relax. Enjoy the moment. You don't have to be going all the time.
Because when Sandra's ready, we all ready. That's what I say all the time. Is this something? One other thing too. Just sit down, and when you know that it's all God's. Yeah. Your bank account, God's. Yeah. The car you drive, God's. Yeah. Our marriage, God. Yeah. Children's. There you go. There you go. Life, God. Yeah. And once you really, really living that out, it's so easy to become each other. Sure. Because it's God's. And I believe that's been the blessing part of our marriage, is that we continue. We started it in this dating. We had a dating app that we would share and have difficult conversations. And to this day, you keep talking about God has to be the number one. God has to be the priority. God has to be the center. That's how you adopt a me from we, because your relationship with God teaches you how to adopt a we mentality. And so one of the things we've incorporated, and we try to do this consistently every Sunday. We do it every day. We try to do it every day is get into our Bible app on marriage and tackle
And so keep our marriage centered around God. And that's how we continue to adopt a me to we. That's one of the things that we do. The other thing that we do is we sit on Sunday and we bring out our calendars. And we say, I can cook this day. I can't cook this day. You know what? I got a super busy. We're going to be on our own. So we partner. We're on a same team. We go through each other's calendars. I need you to be available because I'm going to be doing this. I need you to go with me. Right?
Yep. And that's just how it is.
Yes.
As we close, I just want to just say, hey, just seek God. Seek God, and let Him do the magic. Let Him do the. If you're
wow, make your marriage
make it wow.
The wow factor.
And I'm gonna close with that, but just choose God.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Conversations for Men by Men. We are getting really, really busy. 5 more months left in the year. That means I got 4 more slots open for this year, and I'm booking for all of 2026. If you're a planner, Conversations for Men by Men. Let's bring healing back to our hearts, homes, and marriages. So I'll see you soon.
And if you're interested in getting involved with the transitional housing program and you want to be a part, watch the video afterwards. There's going to be some information for you. You all have an amazing day. God bless.
We'll see you next week on The Current.
Thank you for watching Kingdom